Hey everybody, what's going on? Will back with another video, and today's video is going to be some more Walking Dead news that came out here recently. But before we get into that, if you enjoy this channel, enjoy this content, enjoy anything that I'm putting out, please leave likes below, leave comments, and want to know what you guys have to say about anything that I do. And as always, if you feel so inclined, please subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate it. But jumping right into this. This is some news that has recently come out here in the last couple of days. It has been more or less confirmed, but more so on the definite side, coming from Rick himself, or Andrew Lincoln, that the Rick and Michonne series Walking Dead Summit will only be one season, 6 episodes as they originally planned and as they originally announced and everything. But there was always that speculation on whether or not maybe they could do a season 2 just like they did of the World Beyond series, where we got 2 seasons, we got a little bit more story here and there. And there was always the doubt that they could take their story and wrap it up in just 6 episodes, which, me being kind of on that side too, I was hopeful that we would get more than one season, because I just doubted on every level that they could take so much story, so many years of story that's built up, so much build up in general, that they were just going to take 6 episodes to wrap it up and to be done with these characters. But I guess Andrew Lincoln himself has said, it's a limited thing. We're only going to do the 6 episodes, and then they're going to be done with these characters. Now, here's where it's going to piss a lot of people off, and I'm already seeing videos pop up here and there about this. We're getting set up for different reunions between different characters that may never follow through, and this is very infuriating, because it feels like we've been led on for multiple seasons with different stories, different shows, that we might get these reunions, and it turns out we may not, and that's a kick in the nuts, just to put it out there. That is some bullshit if that does not happen, that we don't get these reunions, especially because here in the mid-season finale of Fear the Walking Dead, we got the setup that Morgan was going to go out looking for Rick, and yes, it has been said by Lenny James himself that he is done with Morgan unless they come back with a good story for him to bother coming back to the Walking Dead world to do. And what would be a better story than him reuniting with Rick, reuniting with the man that he met in the beginning of the apocalypse, and wrapping up their story together. And not only that, we have Daryl's series, whose whole fucking premise is him going out looking for Rick, trying to reunite his family, bring him back to where he belongs, and it turns out it may not happen. Now, this could very well mean that they're going to take this limited series between Rick and Michonne, wrap up their story, and then maybe they will make a cameo within Dead City or Daryl show, completing that reunion that we all wanted, because we know that we didn't get any reunions that we really wanted at the end of The Walking Dead. It was all a lot of build-up and no return. And then we got the cameo of him and Michonne doing their bits for the end of The Walking Dead, and from everything that I've seen, those were actually filmed months after the completion of Walking Dead. So there's a lot of different things up in the air, and just the fan base is beside themselves with anger and annoyance mostly. And just how could they do all these build-ups and not follow through on them? So just like I've said in other videos and everything, I don't know how they can take these stories and wrap them up in 6 episodes. Yes, we were supposed to get the original plan, which was a trilogy set of movies that were probably going to be at least 2 hours apiece. So yes, the 6 episodes is plausible that they could do this in the same time frame with the same amount of runtime and everything for these. But at the same time, you got to factor in commercial breaks and everything else. So what are they really going to accomplish? There's also the big theory out there that one of these characters, if not both of them, is going to die, and that way the actors themselves won't be hassled. When you coming back to The Walking Dead? When you going to do this and that? And so if they kill off Rick, hopefully not in remotely the fashion that they did in the comic, it just seems like it's a lot of build up, and then we're going to be let down. And we have Scott Gimple at the helm of all of this shit, and everybody already hates him. He's just pissed off people left and right of this fan base, and just changing things that he shouldn't have changed. And the big one that comes to mind is the way he killed off Carl, and especially the way he did the actor himself, Chandler Riggs, dirty by more or less promising him that he was going to be in more episodes, and then shortly after that bringing him and his parents in and announcing that he was going to be killed off. And this is also shortly after he actually bought property around Sonoya, Georgia, or bought a house and everything, ready to do multiple more seasons. And then they just fucking axed his ass, and he was out the door. And just there was this whole big thing where his parents were pissed, and his dad posted something on Twitter, and just it was a whole mess. And so to see them possibly repeat that mistake and not give us any kind of closure on particular stories that we want to see closed out, that go back to the beginning or just were fan favorite characters. And again, if they don't do it, especially in Daryl's series, where the whole story behind his thing was him going out looking for Rick, and even in the fucking teaser that we just got, it's still him stating that he is looking for Rick. He's not giving up on this mission. And not only that, with the CRM still looming in the background, are they even going to bring them into the Daryl series? Are they going to reveal what their master plan is, or what the whole big buildup was with them? Because aside from just bits and pieces sprinkled out through the different series, we don't know shit about them. And the whole World Beyond thing, we got a little bit more into them, and we saw Jadis and what she's all about and the things that she's willing to do, but we still don't really have any idea what they're really about or what their main mission is, because they're going out of their way to destroy these other colonies because they might see them as a threat down the road or whatever, and just it's a bunch of bullshit. But anyways, if you followed along with that and you enjoyed this content, please leave likes below and leave comments especially. I want to know what you guys have to say about it. Do you think that this is just a dumpster fire waiting to happen? Do you think it's just going to piss people off in the end more than give them what we really want, which is complete resolution to all these stories and all these characters? If you enjoyed this video, please leave likes and everything, and consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate it. So until next time, guys, I will catch you later. Bye.